Hi everyone and welcome to the Irish Art Show, broadcast from the Scientology Community Centre. Tonight we are delighted to feature a versatile trad musician, Luke Kelly. His journey began when he first picked up a guitar in primary school and he hasn't looked back since. His strong passion for music continues to grow and he's here to play for us tonight. Please welcome Luke Kelly.
Well, they laid out the bodies in a peaceful pagan home. Oh, to pay their last respects, all the neighbours came along. In the wee hours of the morning, pagan words from a whiskey still, falling from the bushes, sworn enemies of friends again. Someone spilled porter on the corpse in the middle of a song. Well, the stories kept on coming back to 1941. Sail on, Jimmy. Sail on, Jimmy boy. Sail on, Jimmy. From this Irish pagan ritual. Well, Mad Mary from the crossroads grabbed my arse for all to see. Oh, I'll tell your fortune, Scobie, if you come on home with me. In the name of God now, Mary, have respect for the dead. Oh, you can't be grabbing arses at a pagan ritual. Sail on, Jimmy. Sail on, Jimmy boy. Sail on, Jimmy. From this Irish pagan ritual. Now Father Tim is telling Tommy how the Israelites came in, but Tommy's eating sandwiches that are piled up next to him. Oh, someone started singing, "Oh, revenge for Skibbereen." There's a French lad there translating for the next door neighbour's daughter, Jean-Louise, oh, lovely Angeline. Sail on, Jimmy. Sail on, Jimmy boy. Sail on, Jimmy. From this Irish pagan ritual. In the wee hours of the morning, we were howling at the moon when the mystic wind took Jimmy on up to the mystic room. Oh, up, he's gone in peace to save us all. Gone with a mystic blessing from that peaceful pagan ritual. Sail on, Jimmy. Sail on, Jimmy boy. Sail on, Jimmy. From this Irish pagan ritual. Oh, sail on, Jimmy. Sail on, Jimmy boy. Sail on, Jimmy. From this Irish pagan ritual. I joined the flying column in 1916 in Cork with Sean Moylan, in Tipperary with Dan Breen, arrested by Free Staters and sentenced for to die. farewell to Tipperary, says the Galtee mountain boy. We went across the valleys and over hilltops green, when we met with Denny Lacey, Sean Hogan and Dan Breen, Sean Moylan and his gallant men, they kept the flag flying high. Farewell to Tipperary, says the Galtee mountain boy. We trekked the Wicklow mountains, we were rebels on the run. We're haunted night and morning, we are outlaws but free men. We roamed those Dublin mountains, the sun was rising high. And farewell to Tipperary, says the Galtee mountain boy. Well, I'll bid farewell to old Clonmel, I never more will see, and to the Galtee mountains that oft time had sheltered me. Those men who fought for their liberty, they died without a sigh. May their cause be ne'er forgotten, says the Galtee mountain boy. And farewell to Tipperary, says the Galtee mountain boy. Oh, come, my little son, and I will tell you what we'll do. Undress yourself and get into bed, and a tale I'll tell to you. It's all about your daddy. He's a man you seldom see, for he's had to roam away from home, far away from you and me. Oh, remember, lad, he's still your dad, though he's working far away in the cold and heat, all the hours of the week on England's motorway. Now when you fall and hurt yourself or get a feeling bad, it isn't any good to go running for your dad. For the only time since you were born that he's had to spend with you, he was out of a job and he hadn't the bob, and he was siding on the broom. Said, remember, lad, he's still your dad, though he's working far away in the cold and heat, all the hours of the week on England's motorway. Oh, sure we'd like your daddy here. Oh, sure that would be fine to have him working nearer home beggars can't be choosers, and we'll have to bear our load. For we need the money our daddy earns, working on the roads. Said, remember, lad, he's still your dad. He's working far away in the cold and heat, all the hours of the week on England's motorway. Said, remember, lad, he's still your dad, and he'll soon be home to stay for a week or two, just me and you, when he's built that motorway. I have won the hero's name with McAlpine and Costain, with Fitzpatrick, Murphy, Ash and Wimpy's gang. I've been often on the road on my way to Trotterdole, when there's nothing left to do for Johnny Lang. And I used to think that God made the mixer pick and hot, so us paddies might know hell up off the ground. I've had gangers big and tough tell me tear it all out rough when you're building up and tearing England down. I remember Carrier Jack, he wore a heart upon his back, and he swore one day he'd set the world on fire. But his face we've never seen since his shovel it cut clean through the middle of a big high tension wire. And I saw Bob McCall from the big flyover fall into a concrete mixer spinning round. Though it was not his intent, he got a fine head of cement. He was building up and tearing England down. I was on the hydro dam on the day that Pat McCann, he got the better of his stammer in a week. He fell from the shuttering jam, and that poor old stuttering man was never ever more inclined to speak. And no more like Robin Hood will he roam through Cricklewood or dance around the port of Camden Town. Oh, well, let no man complain, for no navvy dies in vain when he's building up and tearing England down. In a tunnel underground, a young Limerick man lay found, built it to the new Victoria line. When the pouring gang had passed, sticking through the concrete cast was the little face of Charlie Joe Devine. And the ganger man McGurk said, Big Paddy ain't to work. Then the gas main blew and he flew off the ground. Oh, I swore, he said, don't slack, won't be long until I'm back. Keep on building up and tearing England down. So come on, you navvies bold, who do think that English gold is just waiting to be taken from each side? Or that the likes of you and me could ever get an OBE or a knighthood for our service to the hut. They've the concrete master race just to keep you in your place, and a ganger man to kick you to the ground. Oh, if you ever try to take part of what the boss man makes when you're building up and tearing England down. Oh, if you ever try to take part of what the bosses make when you're building up and tearing England down. famine pathways beneath the hill. That's where my love, she sleeps there still. Her restless shadow wanders the night, where the banshee, oh, cried her fill. We built a home of clay and stone on a patch of ground the landlord owned, near Oranmore, where I was born. Well, I lay my head with my Irish girl. Oh, and that pale moon, it rose on high to feed the darkened skies. Oh, to bear witness heaven's eyes. Oh, cold, cold genocide. How little we had, so much to lose. No time for prayers or what to choose. Oh, the blight had taken so many lives, it would kill us all, man, woman and child. And that pale moon, it rose on high to feed the darkened skies. Oh, to bear witness heaven's eyes. Cold, cold genocide. Our millions died and thousands fled. On their famine ships they cried farewell to an errand they'd see no more, as her flesh fell from her bones. And that pale moon, it rose on high to feed the darkened skies. Oh, to bear witness heaven's eyes. Oh, cold genocide. Oh, yeah, that pale moon, it rose on high. Oh, to feed the darkened skies. To bear witness heaven's eyes. Cold, cold genocide. Yes, it was cold, cold genocide. Oh, it was cold, cold genocide. Oh, it was cold, cold genocide. In my memory, I will always see the town that I have loved so well, where our school played ball by the gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and smell. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways. In the town I love so well. In the early morning, the shirt factory horn called the women from Cregan, the moor and the bar, while the men on the dole played a mother's role, fed the children and then walked dull. And when times got tough, there was just about enough. But they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning pride for the town I loved so well. There was music there in the dairy air, like a language that we all could understand. I remember the day that I earned my first pay, when I played in a small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me. For I learned about life, and I found a wife in the town I loved so well. But when I return, how my eyes they have burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees by the armored cars and the bombed out bars and the gas that hangs on to every breeze. Now the army's installed by that old gas yard wall, and the damn barbed wire gets higher and higher. With their tanks and their guns, oh my God, what have they done to the town I love so well? Now the music's gone, but they carry on, for their spirits are bruised, never broken. They will not forget, for their hearts they are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I love so well. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I love so well.
Wow, how amazing is Luke Kelly? And I'm looking forward to hearing more about his name, because I heard him singing A Town I Loved So Well, which is a Luke Kelly song. So that should be interesting. I'm looking forward to interviewing our Luke Kelly here this evening. Hi, Luke Kelly.
Thank you very much.
And many times have I said that today.
It never gets old.
Yeah, I mean, you're very welcome to the Irish Art Show again.
Thank you very much.
Delighted to have you here this evening. Looking forward to interviewing you. Thank you for the wonderful music you played for us there.
Yeah, it's great to be back. Yeah,
Fantastic.
it always is great.
Yeah, wonderful. Tell us about Luke Kelly, because obviously when you were a child, you were just Luke Kelly,
That
if
was
you know,
it,
your
yeah.
own Luke Kelly. When did you find out actually that you were named after Luke Kelly?
It was kind of from day one. As soon as I
Really?
knew, yeah, it was always in our house. Luke
Yeah.
Kelly, the Dubliners, all them songs, and it was just the normal until later on you're going doing your music around and that people come up and ask you the question, you know. But for me, it was just always the same name, same music, just sharing it with him. That was all.
Did you ever get a chance to meet him?
No,
No.
he died well
Did
before.
he? That will tell you how much I know
Yeah,
about
I
Luke
never,
Kelly.
not even close. Yeah.
No, your dad or anybody in the family get to
My
meet
dad
him?
would have been around, never got to see him.
Yeah.
I know friends of my dad, similar age,
Yeah,
got to see him
yeah.
in concert, but no, elusive.
There you go. I'm sure Luke Kelly is delighted you're called after him.
I hope so.
Sure, he's thrilled. And I see as well that you picked up the guitar in primary school.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that come about? Obviously somebody spotted you in primary school, did they?
It wasn't really. In my primary school, it was kind of the thing. Everyone wanted to play the guitar. It was the cool thing to do. So it wasn't that I was from home that I was going to learn the guitar. It was just something I decided one day I wanted to do with no kind of motive behind it, and that's where it got me now.
Did they give you lessons there?
Yeah, it was an old Christian Brothers school, and there was a brother, Eugene, who took me in his classroom. He said he was excellent. He gave you all his time. And yeah, from early on in primary school, he kept me going all the way. He taught me everything I know, more or less.
Did it take you long?
It did, actually, because I remember when I first started in school, I was just doing it every now and again, you know. But by the end of it, before I left for secondary school and that, I was doing it all the time. I was with him every day before school, after school. He was great.
Wonderful. Does he know that you're actually singing for a living now? Does he know
I
that?
haven't spoken to him in a few years. Now, he definitely knows I do it.
Yeah.
He's from Derry, so I think he's living up in Derry now at the minute. But I must give him a ring one of the
Yeah, you
days and
should.
catch up with him, yeah.
Yeah, tell him. And actually, have you got family in the music business? Seeing as your dad was like a big Luke Kelly
Yeah,
fan.
Dad would be a singer at home, but not a musician. I have an uncle and a cousin who are drummers in bands. And my uncle has been doing it for years. He had a great band years ago, and my cousin is doing it now currently. Both of them are doing it currently. But singers and guitar players or trad musicians, not really. No one that I know of, anyways, in the immediate family.
Do you have any trad musician that you look up to?
Luke
Kelly.
Yeah, Luke Kelly, the Dubliners.
There's a bit of theme in this
Ronnie
interview.
Drew, all of them
Yeah,
guys, you know, were
yeah.
always in my house. And then from Ballyferm as well, the Furies, Finbar Fury and the other guys, you know, they were all songs that were in my house growing up.
And I believe you got a scholarship for guitar.
I did in secondary school, yeah. I had a great teacher called Kieran Farrell, and completely different to what I learned in primary school. He just made the guitar seem so simple, you know, and he kind of passed that on to me a little bit, you know, making the guitar, just knowing the ins and outs of what actually everything is doing. So he was my teacher, and he took it to another level, the guitar playing.
And when did you realise, you know, because as we say, there's an awful lot of guitar players sitting at home, just playing it at home
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
never, ever, ever end up on stage.
No.
So, like, but when did that dawn on you? Was it secondary school or?
I did some of it in secondary school. Like, to think I was going to be doing shows and gigs all around didn't really come up. But in school, if there was any events on, I would be up and doing it. Like, from day one, I was doing open mic nights and stuff like that in school. And it never dawned on me that I could do that. I just did it because I enjoyed it. And any event that was on the school, whether it was with the choir or the band or anything, it just seemed like the normal thing to do, you know. They kind of pushed me that way, I think.
And I know you were here with the Beer Mats, the band.
Yes, yeah.
That was a great night, actually.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, great guys. How did you end up with the Beer Mats?
So when I left school, I wasn't really gigging around. I was still playing around, but I knew the lads. I knew Ray that played the banjo, especially I could have grew up around his house. And they were doing gigs in around Ballyferm and where we're from, and they were looking for support acts. So I started I think I did 2 or 3 support acts on before them, and then I just got the call off them one day, I think, heading away to Switzerland. Was it last year, the year before? And one of the guys wasn't going to be able to make it, so they asked me would I be interested in doing it, and I did them a couple of gigs in Switzerland, and sure, they haven't got rid of me since.
Lucky you.
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
lucky
great.
you. And I know you've been to Prague as well, is that right?
Went to Prague in secondary school, yeah, with the school I went to, Colmar College, was a half music school, half secondary school. So we went combined as a choir and band to the Prague choral meeting in Prague. So it happens every year around Christmas time, and all choirs and bands from around the world meet up, and they do shows in these massive churches in Prague. Like, so we went away in school. That was 2018 maybe. We went there, and that was my first time travelling away with an instrument or playing away, and that was a great experience. Yeah.
That sounds really exciting.
It's unbelievable, and now I'm doing it a bit more, you know, between Switzerland and that.
Yeah.
I get the feeling to travel around, do music. It's a great opportunity.
I've never been to Switzerland, and I know Stephen Leeson talks
Yeah.
about it as well. It seems such a lovely place to go.
It's such a lovely place. The vibe and the atmosphere around, everyone's just so relaxed. There's no one rushing about, or there's no mad noises. It's an incredible kind of place.
Like, I wouldn't have known, only Stephen mentioned that you know, Switzerland was a big place for Irish trad. Like,
Yeah, well, not until I
unbelievable.
got in
Yeah.
touch with the lads at the Beer Mats, and that's what they did. I didn't realise. And there's all across kind of Central Europe, Germany and all these places, you just don't understand how big it is to them over there.
And have you worked with any other trad musicians? Or is it just the Bear Mats?
Well, just the Beer Mats now. I know as back to school when we did around 2016 for the 1916 commemoration.
Oh, yeah.
When I went into town. I met and worked with Declan O'Rourke. So we played on O'Connell Street, kind of as a choir band sort of thing, and his band were there and they did. So we kind of supported them on the day. But that was kind of the first big event that I was on a stage and around musicians, and then we kept going from there.
And musicals. Tell me about
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
so
God.
trad musician to music.
The complete
I love
opposite
that.
end of the scale,
Exactly.
yeah. Like,
Do you play guitar there, or are you just
No,
singing?
on stage, drama, acting, yeah.
Really? So it's
I'm-
acting and not singing, is it? On that
Well, it
point?
was both, bit of both. I
Oh,
think
tell us
we
about
did
that.
2 musicals in
Wow.
Kylemore in the school, and the first one was Joseph, the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and we did that. So I played Joseph, and that was all singing. There's no real dialogue in that. It's all songs. But that was my first time ever acting stage. It was a bit daunting to say the least, like, but it was the best experience ever. And then 2 years later, we did the second. We did Grease, and I played Danny from Grease, and that was the first time with dialogue and talking and acting in scenes. And I didn't think you could do it, you know, when they were asking you at first, would you like to do it? You obviously say yeah, but I was a bit worried, you know, about getting up. It's easy to sing on stage, but talking on stage is a whole different thing. Like,
And what about, did you change your vocals for that? Did your
yeah.
voice have to change? Like, you can't be coming out with a trad
Yeah.
musician voice
No,
singing,
not at all,
singing
no.
a bit of Joseph.
no, there's a great teacher in Kylemore, Lisa McGuinness, and she's a vocal coach. She's a fabulous singer. And she kind of, we did lessons together over the course of the months leading up to it, and she gave you a few tips in singing on stage, and especially that kind of musical tone.
Have you any plans to do any more?
I don't think so.
Oh, is that it for?
It's kind of shifted. I thought
Yeah.
maybe when I did them too that it was something I might like to do, and then when I left school, the trad swallowed me back up, and
Yeah.
the ballads and all that sort of stuff.
And do you have, I hope Luke, did Luke Kelly play guitar, did he?
No, banjo. I'm sure you could play
Thank
guitar
God for that,
nowadays.
because I was going to say, no.
Can't be replicating it too much.
I'm actually going to say, have you a favourite guitarist? And I said, he's going to say Luke Kelly.
No, he didn't play guitar, no.
No, so do you have a favourite guitarist?
There's so many, you know, and it depends. Like, I'm into all sorts of music. I know I play the trad music, but I would listen to anything. But ZZ Top, Billy Gibbons is probably one of the finest guitar players to do anything with a guitar ever, is who I'd say.
And how would you see the rest of 2024 going for you? Would you be just working with the Bear Mats and...
Well, it's busy between the Bear Mats and my own gigs. It's like I'm nearly booked up for the rest of the year.
That's great.
I don't see a gap, bar maybe get a holiday in the middle. That's about it. But other than that, it's just full steam ahead.
And do you guys write songs?
The Bear Mats have
Yeah.
got songs. Since I joined them, we haven't done that, but that's something we'll have to look at,
Yeah.
because they have plenty of their own songs and songs that have been given to them over the years and stuff like that. And they have them all recorded, so the lineup has changed a little bit. So now that we're in there, we need to get our heads together.
Well, I know that when the guys were here the last time and I was interviewing them, they were delighted you were after joining the band. So
A bit of youth. That's
happy
all,
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy out. Well, you know, it's been wonderful having you
No,
here
thanks for
this
having me
evening
back.
on
It was
the
great.
Irish Art Show. Really wonderful. Thank you for the wonderful music and interview.
Yeah.
Everybody will be delighted listening to that at home.
Hope so, yeah.
And the other thing before we go, tell us a little bit about your social media.
On my social media, yeah, I'm Facebook and Instagram, all the usuals. So Luke Kelly on Facebook, and I think it's Luke Kelly _music on Instagram.
Right.
You'll find me then.
Do you find if people look up Luke Kelly that it goes on to the other Luke Kelly?
If you look him up on Google, 100%, you're
Yeah.
not getting anywhere.
Do you even
near
get
me.
a look in there? No.
No, but on Facebook,
Yeah.
Luke Kelly. I grew up. I know a couple of other Luke Kellys, but it's not a huge name, so you'll find me somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was wonderful having you on.
Thanks very much for having me
Thank
again.
you
Yeah,
so
cheers.
much. Thank you.
Thanks very
Thank
much.
you. There you go. Isn't he lovely? He's such a great guy. Lovely music. Check him out. He's got the whole world ahead of him and a whole life of music ahead of him. So check him out. He's fantastic. Thank you so much on behalf of myself, Angel, and the crew here at the Irish Art Show this evening. Good night and see you next week. Thank you. Bye.